All right, everybody. Welcome to some Wednesday night Valorant here in the VDC, bringing you an exciting matchup here. The expert semi-final between the MF Mafioso and the High Tide Surge here. A 2-3 matchup. We play, I believe, a best of three where the winner will go to the grand finals of the expert tier. A potential, I believe, a lot of interesting players here on both sides. Should be a great matchup. And yeah, so both teams strong regular seasons. High Tide earning that bye, and Mafiosos winning their initial match to get through their quarterfinal game here. So it should be a really exciting and closely contested game of Valorant. Interesting players here for both teams. Gone an interesting journey across time space. So we'll be curious as we hopefully will get to our map bans shortly. We can be able to tell you where we'll be playing tonight. Yeah. All right. Join me quick for Nuclear hopping in for the gas to help me kill some airtime. Nuclear, any players you think we should be keeping our eyes on tonight?
So I got to see them play the other night. I was producing that stream. I believe that was L7 Blackjacks versus MF Mafiosos, and really a whole lot of MF is kind of that they can cook. That's all I'm gonna say. Like the whole team is kind of strong, and I don't know if there's anyone specifically who I'm gonna call out because also my memory is a bit hazy, but.
I mean, just for my own kind of strategy, obviously Blind and Stampy, really big firepower players potentially here for the Mafiosos. Looking at the season stats, both players with Blind up to 100, 200, 620 kills during the regular season, and Stampy with 566 and a blistering 278 ACS.
Yeah. My only thing I would want to note is that the fact that MF was one of our previously streamed teams. So High Tide coming into the game tonight, I wonder if they were sitting in a call and watching the VOD to really take notes on where are they strong, where are they weak, where should we go, and do we want to pick a deadlock, because I am a deadlock believer and no one believes in her.
Oh, first two maps, Breeze and Ascent. So I think Breeze, no one just likes Breeze. Just a fact. Ascent's an interesting one, though. I think just, that's an honest Valorant map, but don't want to play it. Sunset. I feel like Sunset has been slowly worming its way into everyone's heart, or everyone just hates it the least, and so people want to play it a little more now. Quick callouts. We're obviously keeping an eye on Creed there for the Surge, I believe. That a really strong season as well. And Wumbo. But a very strong season. All right, so maps here. We got Breeze and Ascent. Makes sense. Sunset. I like this map. A good fight for mid map. I think really just depends on do you have that cipher who can really hold down the B site, and how good are your A retakes? I think really define the defensive side of this map. And then from there, attack is really about can you deal with that cipher util? How well can you play your post plans? Do you want to fight from it? How both teams stylistically want to play the map, I think, will be really interesting. There's still some variety options for agents here, but there is kind of developing more of a meta for this map. Lotus coming out. Nice little 3-site map. Pride itself on aggression. Two potentially more attacker-sided maps here in Sunset and Lotus. So it'll be interesting to see what sides people choose to start on as we get into our next set of bans. Icebox, Split, and Bind left on the table. So two of these maps will be removed, and we will get into our then we'll get our decider.
I got a question for you. Both of us being players of Project Nova, I'm kind of curious because at least for me in the prospect, Breeze was the odd egg, being no one ever wanted to play it. I think us on Pegasus only played it once, where we got our last couple bans. Third map's gonna be Icebox. So
Icebox.
That's interesting. But,
interesting map. Also, I think all these are kind of attacker-sided map. But yes, Breeze.
It's like a gentleman's agreement not to play it. It's like,
I think I can tell we're at limited. There was definitely a couple moments where Piano Apprentice just played Breeze Chicken, and we're like, we're not gonna pick Breeze. We're not gonna ban Breeze. We're just hoping our opponent either bans Breeze or just if it gets down to a pickable map, neither side is gonna pick it. One team called it on us, and it didn't go well. But so maybe it's better to ban it first sometimes. Not as sure of the preferences. Both teams liking to start attack, kind of denoting the attacker-sided nature of these first two maps.
yeah,
Have to see what they pick on Icebox.
yeah. I think it's always the better decision to try to get the good side done first when it's your choice, being that you get that you're going to have 12 rounds of your strong side. So
Yeah,
pick an
absolutely.
attack on Sunset and Lotus, you're going to be committed to playing at least 12 rounds of that. And
Yep, and the Mafiosos will pick attack here on Icebox as well. But I think all three of these maps are very attacker-sided. High Tides. Did they? Okay. I guess that can, I think, swing a little. I don't know. Icebox, I feel is personally attacker-sided, but I can definitely, there are some comps you can play that do make it way more defense-sided.
just to make sure y'all, I had my mic muted when I was saying that High Tide picked defense on the Icebox.
High Tide pick defense.
Yeah, on MF.
That's maybe got something cooking there, but we'll get into these first two maps. We'll quickly bring you to Sunset. Just waiting for the players to swap over onto our sides. And we'll quickly get in. Sunset, I think, has some interesting agent diversity. You can play some double controller comps here. Cypher is probably the one consistent agent on this map. Just they're so powerful on that B site. So many different kill trips to put on both A and B on this map. A lot of map control is granted by that Cypher. I think double initiator of like kind of a breach fade or a breach gecko, potentially a Sova thrown in there. Has a lot of value as well, especially as teams prefer to play a lot of retake style setups here on defense. Duelist classically is the Raze, but you could see it like Jet and Neon are viable on this map just to try to do that kind of dive space creation. Potentially how you feel about wanting to run an op. So we'll have to see how that all comes out. Teams are readying up. Both sides have given the ready. The box is locked. The lights are on. It's Valorant fighting time. So we're going to load into our first map. All right, here we are going into the agent select. Immediately, the breach is locked in. Makes a ton of sense. Really powerful util on this map. Omens being shown. Really the classics. Really good util here. Lets you play these high vertical angles. And the blind can be blind and TPs. Really powerful. Some of those like kind of getting on site. Blind locking in the jet. Eschewing the Raze. Because both teams are eschewing the Raze.
Meanwhile, our High Tide looking at the triple duelist. We had a brief Yoru hover, a Neon hover, an ISO hover.
I think we're getting baited, but I'm sure it'll work it out. And this is a very outside of the jet. And this is a very standard comp here from the Mafiosos. They do have the Sova to provide that shock dart to break the trips in lieu of the Raze grenade. What High Tide shows is a little more interesting. Was hovering that chamber, but now locks in the Cypher. I think just Cypher is just too powerful on this map to play any other Sentinel. ISO is locked in. Interesting ult, can remove that Sentinel potentially from a site, really make those even numbers for your site hits. The ability is still just very powerful. So if you're feeling confident in just taking a duel, totally works. It is double duelist though. Neon locked in, going for that big dive. Omen locked in as well. So double duelist versus double initiator. Have to see how that plays out. Neon has some initiator-like qualities with that stun, but only having one now, while still also nice to get on site. Kind of leaning into the attacker-sided nature of this map. We'll have to see how they play it. We're just loading in, and we are about to get to our pistol round here. Now, this is like the classic mental game. Do you go immediately into the Cypher, try to hammer through it, or do you go A? And then there's the mind games of your opponents know that you want to go A, yada yada. But so far, the Cypher is setting up here on B, standard trips. It could be tougher for the Surge here, as they don't have, outside of the aftershock from the breach, they don't really have a lot of good util here to break.
Wow, this is a nice spot.
Cypher trips here. But it does look like we will be getting a mid B hit here, potentially. Could be all going. Smoke is thrown top mid. ISO is working up immediately. I'll look for our door is broken, walks on through, but Sammy gets the first. J-Dub does trade right back 4v4
Cage
immediately. The cages are popped.
Camera taken
Looking
out.
up through 4v4. Camera's breaking. Jada takes some contact as well. Site is under control. Plant is going down. We now go into a 4 versus 4 retake. Storming down through the market. Motions gets that first kill onto J-Dub. Katie here. They flash out on the breach, taking site out of market. There's a 2-player crunch here. Jada gets one onto Sammy. 2v4. They do still have the aftershock. It comes out though. Still a lot of time left here for MF to finish off the retake. Flash comes in. The swing comes in.
One enemy remaining.
But Jada, they trade kill back 1 versus 3. It's all on Solar. Trying to get some damage done, but Katie cleans it up, winning the breach battle. And that first round will go to the Mafiosos. Really strong and good initiation there. Good trades through mid. Spike going down, but just the retake from the Mafiosos. Just a little too strong there as they'll take that first round. Feels pretty big on an attacker-sided map like this. They'll work to improve it. Getting out some pretty strong buy here. Potentially saving for an op based on just having that Sheriff. They do have that double Bulldog Guardian. All, for the most part, running light shields. Could run into a problem if you get right-clicked. Like it will just be a full save here coming out from High Tide. Looking just to go fast A, it appears. There is a breach set up here, though, as well. One way coming out. Stun comes out as well. Aggression being taken here by Katie and Blind. Here comes the ISO util. Doesn't really catch them. Catch everybody. But just there's so many classics. The family photo swing will bring down Blind. Is tagged away as Katie. Jaded and everyone else is rotating over as well. But there is a gun down. Should be recoverable here for High Tide. Working their way up now through elbow. Are the Mafiosos content just to play retake once again, or will they challenge? Breach potentially here to challenge from main, but the Cypher Cage will allow them to cross onto site. Spike now should be come down. Snappy, though, does get Sammy. Leveling out the numbers. 4 versus 4. Again into the post plant. Motions get Jada. Takes one as well. 3 the Creed gets another. Snappy gets another as well. 2 versus 2 trades coming back and forth. Jada so low. Creed gets another. It's all on Snappy, but the right click comes out from Solar. And a great eco round here from High Tide as the Thrifty comes out. Really great execution there, waiting out the util in that big group swing to take out the Jet, get that Guardian in their hands, and then with that numbers advantage, just played really simple trade math Valorant, always trading back and forth until the end. It was a 2 versus 1 that they were able to win. Money now. Okay. All right, now we're working in. Rifles now on the board. Will just be a save here. Just a couple Sheriffs. Will they be able to eco them back? Will we play the game of ecos here? Big mid and need eco aggression, but they're getting a free B site walking through his motions. He does get tagged up. It's kind of exposed. Here comes all the util hammering through. They're trying to take this site, working their way through. First kills come in. Rizzo does get one onto the one, but it is 4 versus 4. Player low on both sides. Shock darts coming in. Don't find any damage. Snappy solo.
Spike
26
planted.
HP and a dream. There are 2 players on the flank, though. Are they aware of this? Good stun comes in, but here they come. The J-Bub gets both of the flankers very quickly into a 2 versus 4. Jaded and Sandra Score gets cleaned up by the ISO. It's all on Jaded. Trying to just get some damage done. Does see a gun barrel. Gets one, but cannot get another. J-Bub gets their 3rd of the round. Really strong round there. Keeping most of the team alive. Building that precious economy now. We'll have our first full rifle round coming up. Pretty important momentum round upcoming. Will they continue to go fast? Or Or will we see a default here from the Surge as they look to surge ahead in the round score?
That
Like,
goes there.
currently hanging out. Although they have to deliver that. Potential mid lurk coming here from Sammy. Smoke being deployed, trying to take some space here. Creed now walking up in. Other util just kind of being delayed. Space being taken mid.
Careful here.
Dart is broken. Mid not being super contested here, but Stampy is playing. Door is closed though. Creed trying to work up, trying to take space. Sammy potentially on another lurk on B main. 3 players though, still A. 2 players there to counter from the Mafiosos. Now another player, Creed coming back to rotate in. All 4 players here looking for an A hit. Smoke comes in A. Blind though. Looking to take a fight as Jet. Looking at that important first hit. The stun is prepped. The flash comes in. Blind is forced to leave. Dashing on through is Creed. Trying to take so much space. The Neon zooming in. Blind's on through. Walls onto site. Katie trying to stand strong. But they're both going to give site. We get into a retake. Trips have been placed. Oh, but Katie gets a kill onto the ISO. Creed trying to swing. He just gets damaged. Lord gets one. Back. Creed gets another on Katie. Quickly into a 3 versus 3. Trades coming in.
I know exactly
heavy.
where you are.
Cypher ult is coming in for the attackers. Spam's now coming in through the smokes. 2 players lining up for that back alley. Both Omens here playing. Gets one is Stampy, but traded back by Sammy. 2 versus 2. Spike is down. Coming out of main now is Blind and Creed. Dueling. The duel's dueling. But what a kill from Blind on the speed. Sammy gets one. Now in a duel here. TQ Fake comes in. Trying to buy time. Walking up his motions, but Sammy with the 3K wins it out for their squad.
Is ready.
First rifle round barely just claimed by High Tide. Now forced back onto a save. Early in this map, money. You know, the kills will keep the economy from building. Too strong here for High Tide, but they'll look up together. Another clean anti-eco here, but 3 sheriffs and 2 stingers will look to do some damage. Maybe here steal around Mafiosos, looking to perform a little bit of a heist in this round. Lurking up mid now is Sammy. Shock darts coming in. Katie taking aggressive space here with Blind. Orb has, though, been claimed. Cypher is leaving site. There are the double trips set up here. Oh, 3 players eventually trying to crunch mid. Sammy could get in some trouble. Flash is going dashing in. And it does. That first pick. The exposed player. That will drop a rifle onto him. But ISO with the ult will get... That's all the Cypher utility down. 4 versus 4. 1 rifle, though, should be in the hands of our defenders. They look to make this eco happen. They've all no longer flanking. All coming in through here. 2 into Boba. 2 into Market. Creed on site. Playing the util. Being annoying. With stun will catch Stampy here. Creed gets Katie. Blind with the Spectre. Singer is not enough though. Creed gets another. J-Bub gets Stampy. J-Bub gets another onto Jaded. Recovering well from that initial player pick. High Tide will clean up that round. But then Rifle's still back on board. Most players living, you know, outside of Sammy, money is beginning now to build here for the Surge. As they look to just kind of keep building on this attacking side momentum with this double duelist comp. Done a really good job dealing with the Cypher trip so
This
far.
is my spot.
Setting up
It goes
again,
here.
potentially looking for an A. Spike, though, is mid. Are they aware of this? Is that part of like a nice little bait? Here comes the util taking aggressive space onto A. 3 dashing so much space, taking a tremendous amount. Playing a lot of util. They've forced so many rotates. This fake could have been really well executed. Sammy now needs to move up and take some space to take advantage of this before they get too suspicious. This is where the seeds of doubt begin to creep in if you are a mafioso. You gotta wonder, is someone trying to pull a fast one on me? Working their way up now, saying still have this Cypher Triffin cam. Like, you gotta be on the cam here. Maybe that audio cue here. Here comes the breach. All comes in, but there's no one there for it. They do hear the Cypher Triff. The Cypher Triff has been broken by the aftershock.
Destabilizing.
Working, pushing through is ISO trying to get a kill before the double tap expires, but it will wear off. Now shieldless. 5 versus 5 full rifle retake. A lot of ults here on the table. Here comes the counter breach ult. ISO is breached on. It will be cosmetic this time. No, the blind might prevent that. Unable to get one as Kitty will collect ISO. Will Neon pop their jib? Gets Katie back through. They're spamming through at each other. Through the smokes, Blind gets one. Through the smoke as well. Creed gets one. Sammy gets one. 2 versus 2. HP low on one player on each side. Sammy trying to do their best here from Market. Creed. Oh, dashes through. Fighting with Blind. Jada gets Sammy. It's all onto Creed. 1 versus 2. Gets one. With the stick. Gets it to half. Does Jaded. Time ticking low. The white swing and Creed gets their 3rd of the round. Now 5 rounds in a row for High Tide. Potentially the Mafiosos might need to take a timeout to regroup here. Although I'm a definite believer of you don't take a timeout if you're on an eco, but they might have a powerful force here, but no, it looks like they're committing to some sheriffs and maybe just that hero bulldog. Really strong at half. Continues. That did kind of reset their economy a touch, but still 3 players over 3K. It's a strong economic place to be, especially when you have the overdrive available for Neon to go zap, zap, zap. They're stacking here for A. There are 3 players here. Doesn't like nice at the pop by the immediate first kill, but Jada gets J-Bub back and forth. Cypher's trading kills on each other. The stat Iso utils, but a kill through the smoke, through the wall. Creed is jumping onto Cypher. Sees Blind, who does have has that Blade Storm active. Will look to do a lot with that. Motion's dueling, has that Sheriff. Blind trying to work the flank, but Creed is just getting out. Trying to stay alive. 3 versus 4. Stampy on the flank, no flank hold. Will recover rifle. I think that may have been heard though. Stampy looking to be waiting for it. Blind trying to get high, but immediately flashed off of the site. Stampy is waiting for Stampy, but does get the pick on Stampy. 3 versus 3, but now ISO will have to be dealt with. Oh, what a shot. Stampy will collect ISO as well.
Here.
It's all on Solar and Creed. Motions gets Creed. It's all on Solar. Cannot get any. Stampy gets 3. The eco round will go the way of the Mafiosos. A round they desperately needed for their momentum. 3-5 now. Really strong initial plan there. Great flank there from Stampy. Winning those 2 big individual fights on the flank. Really allowing that run. Some good sheriff kills coming in as well from Motions. 2 versus 5. A deep breath now can be taken. The op now on the board. How they deal with the op will be really important. Still take 2 round wins in a row to probably financially really break the surge. Creed will be using the overdrive. They'll be trying to use the Count Dooku fingers. They're setting up here towards B. Usage of this ult will be very important. Stampy taking the classic 10s high angle here, trying to hammer the players as they come on through. Should they exact shots being probed into the smoke, trying to find one, but no damage has been done. Oh, Sammy does find the op.
It's you and me.
Oh, and the Sova is grabbed by the ISO. Does win it though, but there should be someone just waiting for him, unfortunately. And they are mown down. 4 versus 4. What a shot from Solar. So great 2 trids back from Jaded and Katie is very quickly into a 2 versus 5. Sammy in an awkward spot here. They need to break this door. Still has TP though. Working their way through. They must be aware. Good blind comes in here. Now the TP comes in as well. Where is it going? It's going just trying to play that main. And it is stuck. The aftershock does come in. Time ticking away. TP's coming in. Flash comes out. Oh, what a shot from Blind. 2 great kills from Blind. Now 2 rounds in a row here for the Mafiosos as they battle back into this half. The op is recovered as well. Unfortunate if the aftershock did miss there, but there's just so much time. Even if it hit, might not have been enough. Tech pause has been declared. Blind DC'd. We'll hope to bring him back shortly. So sounds good. All right, Nuclear, what do you think so far? These first 8 rounds have gone by fast and furious.
Itai just looks really, really good right now. That's all I can say. It's like their site takes are really confident. Sorry, I tried to update the ticker. But High Tide just looks really confident with how they're playing. But I think that might be kind of leading to their detriment, because on that last round with Creed, had the ult running, but ran up into this B site, heaven, whatever it's called, like the CT side, when they really already had the advantage, and there was no reason to get so aggressive. So I think maybe their confidence might kind of get to them too much if they keep winning rounds confidently. So
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's just going to
maybe
be playing
over...
smart is the ultimate necessity for this team.
Absolutely, yeah. A little. Sometimes it's good to be aggressive, but could get a little over aggressive there. You know, like the neon hand, the death hands do make you a little overzealous at times. But you know, they still have 5 rounds, but they'll look to get more on the board here. See if they can stop this little mafioso run. To get back into the game. Will be all right. Round going live. Op here, still here on the A side. Door immediately closed mid. Mid take though coming out. 4 players coming mid. Just the breach on B. Looking to find something with this op, but they're not going to give it to him. Stun comes in, does hit Stampy, but here I'm rotating. Timing could be big. ISO comes in. The blind, it's all on Jada, but it gets cleaned up immediately by the ISO. Katie looking to potentially do something here. They're all storming on through here. Flash comes in, battling through. They'll need to make a decision. Spike potentially going into that op. That could be a disaster. Turn the win. It's all on motion. Now takes that first contact onto the ISO. J-Dub does collect on the other Cypher. Solar eventually working through. Now Katie trying to follow them up in. Stampy here, gonna hear one. Will the gun out be in time for Solar? It is, and Solar wins it to Stampy. Creed now holding it's all onto Katie.
One
and
enemy remaining.
Blind. J-Bub will get Katie. It's all onto Blind. It looks like they're just trying to run away, trying to stave that op. Not too powerful of a tool to lose in a 1v5 retake. Really good mix up there from High Tide to just hammer in through that middle part of the map. Just take deep mid control, get some initial picks. And so, holding is Blind. Clock will come down. Probably just use this like almost a quasi-extended timeout if you're the Mafiosos. It's just plan both sides, content not to chase. Economy's fragile enough where just keeping all 5 guns alive is just too valuable than to try to take the op out of Blind's hands. Alrighty here, so we still be able to force around this op, but an economically important round. If this is a loss here for the Mafiosos, this may put them back onto a save here. Looking at that 7th round on the board is High Tide trying to surge ahead in this map. Look, they're setting up for a big B hit here. Take a quick look here. They are only...
My ult ready.
Orb's really that close here for High Tide as their ult economy is a little broke. Here comes potentially setting up. ISO does get tagged by the cam. Working their way up mid here. Door has been closed. Really not wanting to fight for mid are the Mafiosos. The op still just holding here on A. Door is getting broken. Here comes the breach. Someone pushing on through is Stampy, but immediately traded back. Great trade there. Good push there just to get one. Creed now back sight, has a lot to deal with. There already are players up. Motion's just going to have to give it up. 4 versus 4 into the retake. Jaded immediately walks into one, and it's getting spammed as those 2 players try to retake market. Playing an aggressive angle, the op coming into play now. 4 versus 4. Some damage, though, has been done onto Katie. Here comes that Sova ult, trying to reveal something here. Great kill by Jada on Katie. Oh, and the op shot missed! Walking on through, but Jada walks up, does get Jada 3v3. Creed though gets one, Solar gets one as well. It's all on Blind with the op. Will they try to save it yet again? It looks like they will. Money's a little better. Will Creed try to run him down and take this op out of Blind's hands? It's looking like they will. Confrontation is coming, finds him, tries to swing into the op. The neon is just so fast, running right down, but what a shot from Blind. Will clean it up. We'll get to keep that op for yet another round. Gotcha. Alrighty then. 7 rounds now on the board for the Surge. J-Bub leading the way. Stampy leading the way here for the Mafiosos. Looking to try to get, probably if you're the Mafiosos, you just get 2 rounds. Yep, champions coming up shortly. Oh, what an op shot. Moving up, finally gets that initial first pick onto ISO. The stun comes in, but they get out. Dash was used, though. 1 kill away from getting it back. 4 versus 5. Numbers advantage. We're still leading orbs back onto trying to get that ult back online one more time before the half ends. 2 players, though, still holding A. Trying to work the way. The spike now is heading in that direction. Not a lot of map space taken by Surge here. But not a lot taken either. Now, some is now creeping up. His Stampy is taking a lot of space out of B. Playing kind of patient here. Now working their way up into A. But now the op is beginning to rotate. Smokes do come in. The initiators trading utility here. Looking to throw on. Taking strong elbow control. Dashing on through is Creed. Does avoid the dart. Oh, but does get tagged at the last second there with a second tick. Aftershock will force Jaded off. Plant will come down, but it will be a 4v5 retake in favor.
Spike planted.
Of the defenders. Sammy trying to deal with this Sova trip. So luckily TP through. Blind gets one, but Sammy got one before. They could get cleaned up by the op. Creed having to do battle with the op yet again. Oh, Stampy with that Bucky. Trying to make a push. Potentially have a rifle now. Jabo gets motion. Blind though gets 3. Jaded gets 1 as well. Gets their second. Jaded and Blind combining for all 5 needed kills. Get that 4th round on the board for the Mafiosos. Last round of the half.
Last round in the half.
Should at least build a light armor rifle here. Guns being distributed. The Odin now coming out here on motions, looking to spread woe. Op though, once he's got this op to bear, that has helped them get some important initial picks.
I'm out of here.
Now we play the fair game. Where will the op be? Op now is challenging mid. But will there be anyone there to greet that challenge? One way comes out all the way from B. Cypher Trip is still here. Stampy does here, looking to play an aggressive angle. Oh, sees one, but they do see each other. Oh, just a bunch of damage, and it's just spammed on through the smoke. Stampy's greedy, gets the better of him there. Flash coming in, the cage just spam. Oh, and here's the Odin ripping away, gets 1. But so much util has just been dumped on motion. They can't see, trying to hide, but Creed gets on through and picks up that kill. Oh, but the over-aggression there, Jaded will trade back onto Creed. 3 versus 3. Great splash, Jaded gets their second. It's very quickly all onto Solar and Sammy. Sova ult is available for the defenders as well, as they'll try to get a ping here and rip that ult. I imagine here it comes. Oh, and it catches Sammy. Blind cleans up that kill. Sorry, top Solar. Sammy now gets tagged as well, and Katie will clean it up. A 5-7 half. Good recovery for the Mafiosos, and this map is still anyone's game.
Switching sides.
Jaded and Jabub leading the way for their respective teams, 11 and 14 kills. Creed and Blind, both duelists with 10. Have to see how both teams want to play this. A big A stack appears to be coming out from the Surge, leaving Cypher to their own devices on B. Just content to play retake, it seems. Really believe that they're going to go A. Sova, you know, I think is trying to break the trips. But the other 4 players here are on A. So this could be a 4-on-4 pistol round street fight here on the A site. Looks like all 4 players, 3 players now walking mid. Mid now being smoked. J-Bub does hear them, I think. Closes the door. Cam is immediately broken. One way has been thrown. Now smoke comes out for B. Working their way up. They will not be able to get through clean. They will have to break this trip. Sammy's waiting. The trip has been broken. They do know they're potentially coming mid. Sammy takes first contact. Gets dinked through a wall. Has to get out. Good stun though. We'll let Sammy get out, but Blind still gets that first pick. Flash comes in from Solar, trying to duel through, but 2 players reswing. Here comes Creed as well. The stun, but it's just too deep. But the great weaken there comes in from ISO. Jabub gets one, but cannot get the second. Creed, though, trades
Spike
back
down,
onto
B.
Stampy, who had cleaned up Jabub. Jaded has worked deep. Will they be expecting it?
Last player standing.
And they will. Solar will clean them up. It's all onto motions in a 1 versus 3. Does have Spike. Runs into the ISO. Gets the kill. But only has 35 HP to their name. Up against 2. Swings into both. And Solar cleans it up. 8th round on the board. Both pistols have been secured.
Time to take these arms for a spin.
Both teams now having a pistol apiece. Now, the Mafiosos will look to return the favor and steal this, get a little thrifty here in the 2nd round. Full buys coming out, potentially. Creed, though, just staying with their ghost. Everyone else, though, 3 Spectres and a Bulldog. Blind, the jet of everyone's hearts. Just ripping the big iron, trying to find a big headshot kill here. Door is closed mid with the trip holding as well. 2 players are holding mid now. Same with the spike.
Right there.
That includes the spike, but now all the players are coming mid. Katie gonna take this first contact. Does find the ISO. Does tap him down for some damage. Does still have the focus. Here comes the double tap. Stampy trying to TP on, but gets stunned. This will delay him. Kate's trying to come across. Blinds come out. Bodyto has been traded mid, but no commitment just yet. Door has been broken. Sammy just gets out. Finds a friend. Spike still mid. 4 players here. Pretty much all 5 players mid. Where will they go with it? Drone is immediately broken here. Sammy kind of jiggle peeking here. It's like they're coming over to A, but Creed is here waiting. Solar will need to make a pretty quick retake once this is aware, but they're still holding a little too mid potentially. All 4 players. Creed is going to have a lot to do as they peek into him. The stuns come in. Oh, but they're able just to get out that neon mobility, saving the day once again.
30 seconds left.
Ball is broken. They will get sight though. Could potentially have a 5 versus 5 here post plant, but oh, the early flood in from Creed gets one onto
Spike
blind.
planted.
Oh, see Motion's shoulder. Stand way through the box. Motions is low here. 5 versus 4, and the aftershock will force Katie out as well. Stampy though does get above. Sammy though gets Motions. Katie though does get Creed. They're swinging. Oh, what a shot from Katie. 2 versus
Last
2.
player
But
standing.
Sammy gets Katie. It's all on Stampy. Does have a Spectre and 100 HP. Those players have taken some damage, but it's not exactly planted for him. And Sammy, with their 3rd of the round, will clean it up. And they will hold serve here on their bye. Round 2 of this attack of their defensive half. Not going to bring the best guns into this bonus. This bonus will be a little light, but they'll be looking to probably do economic damage now, as the Mafiosos look to get their first round of the half in. Alrighty here, 5-9. Be an important round here. Trying not to get bonused. Not the strongest with just two pistols, an SMG, and a Bulldog, but we've seen High Tide do have the ability to get these thrifties done. 4 players here though are now walking down B. Immediately forcing Jabub off. Trying to crouch the trip. The easily breakable trip, and the trip is broken. Cam comes in, blind stun comes in as well. They're flooding. They were all holding on A, and now they try to storm in for this retake. Dub is in the smoke, trying to figure something out here.
Spike planted.
Just being patient, waiting for their team as they are now rotating in through. Coming to support from both Boba and Market. Full offsite retake now. Coming in. Sammy looking to get this flank on. Does have a TP, could potentially step through a trip here.
Deploying drone.
Oh, great blind comes in as well. Here comes the retake attempt, but they're now holding for Sammy because of that blind direction. Sammy gets above. Blind gets ice, Spencer's both free. And Sammy they'll both get one. Jade though gets one back onto
One
Solar.
enemy remaining.
Motions gets Sammy finally, and it's all on Creed. But damage has, decent damage has been done though. They'll look to try to find one more on this exit. They are unable to. Jaded will clean them up. 6th round now on the board. But, you know, decent damage done here. Rebuys, shields will have to be rebought. And Stampy, maybe they'll buy one. They will buy Stampy. So money will be getting a little fragile for the Mafiosos, but 3 players still would potentially be able to buy if they're unable to convert this next round, first rifle versus rifle round of the half, could be pretty pivotal as the High Tide look to get that 10th round on the board. How will they go? Spike, though, leaning over to A. Default setup of control here from the defenders. Door immediately closed by Sammy. Ojaba peeks, but does take some damage for the trouble. Immediately pops the cage. Standing through, trying to find that trip. Shockcraft's coming. Now the trip placed late after the util has come out to destroy it. It's coming in. Trip still, it has been broken. The second shock was there waiting. Let's collect the stun well, but they're holding in the smokes. Blind has been prepped. This team swing here could be really big. Blind, a lot of time left on this dash. Will they do it? They'll let it go. They will let it go. Spike, though, still over on this A side, trying to force the fake, but good discipline here from High Tide, not over-rotating. Creed holding on site. Two players now working their way up into the elbow side of A. Creed is holding. Oh, Creed no longer looking that way. The timing here feels like it's going to be everything. Stampy versus Creed is on the menu. Initial damage dealt by Creed. Now puts the wall. Stun comes in as well. Does catch Stampy. The TP comes in. Just trying to cross back. Blind comes in as well. Players now coming out from just A proper. Oh, and the timing. Solar caught with their util out. First pick now goes to Blind. Trying to work their way through. Creed, though, looking to get done, but there's too many players, too many targets. Stampy will clean up Creed. 3 versus 5. ISO trying to swing on through. Just gets out. The double tap will expire now. Cypher looking to swing done. Jamming away. They know that Stampy is playing this tall angle. Two players, default box, one on Spike proper. Sammy trying to get up, but just can't. They duck under those bullets. Blind gets another as well. J-Bub gets one on Stampy, but Blind gets their third of the round. 7 rounds now on the board here for Mafiosos as they look to scratch and claw their way back into this half. Now putting 2 rounds on the board of their own. Should be an eco here for High Tide, and they'll look to bring it to 8-9 here. Try to start building that economy. Try to get as many rifle rounds in the low if you do start losing, many rifle round chances as possible. Leaning over for a B hit. Just the Cypher alone lurking mid-A area, holding for aggression. And here comes that aggression. Well planned. Cypher is there to meet it. Breaks the trip immediately. Cypher, though, dashing on through his Creed. Great discipline from Motion. They could have a tremendous backstab here. So sight has been given here. Blind has gotten pretty deep. Spike will go down. This Motion's flank could be everything. And so it's unable to make something happen. Motions cleans up Solar. First pick. Blind gets Jabub. Blind gets also collects the ISO. Creed hammering away. Does get dink, but it's not enough. Blind gets their third. And Sammy's the stinger. Leaving Motions on 1 HP. A flawless round as the bank really now will grow. For the Mafiosos. As they'll look to tie up the scoreline here, 9-9.
Okay. It's fine.
Blind now storming ahead, now up to 18 kills. Now they're on the attacking side. Jabub Creed still leading the way there for High Tide. Rifles, though, back in the hands of the Surge, and they'll look to get a stabilizing round win here. Gonna cut off this Mafioso momentum early. There we go. Initial aggression taking a lot of space here. Out A. But they're really putting a lot of stress here.